So I can't really believe I'm about to sit here and talk about this and possibly post this on the internet. But over the past few months, my following, especially on my fitness account, has grown way faster than I ever imagined anything could have grown. I had no idea that a few months into starting it, I would have almost 7,000 followers, which is kind of insane to me. But I feel the sense of responsibility to not let anyone fall down the wrong path or think how I did or feel how I ever did. And I've never really shared my journey into working on my body image issues, all of that, like the roller coaster I've dealt with food and eating. I've never really talked about it out loud, but I want to tell you guys and put it out there because I just want to be open and honest and kind of as raw as it gets, which is why I'm sitting here. I just woke up, drinking coffee, sitting in my room, and I'm gonna talk to my phone about this, which is something to get used to. But anyways, so backstory about me: I have always liked healthy eating. I've always loved fruits and vegetables as a kid, but it was never prioritized in how I ate. I didn't really care because I was naturally always pretty thin. I was always smaller, so it didn't bother me to care about what I ate. But I never really ate a lot of meat, just personal preference. So when I went vegetarian, that was not that big of a change. I'm not really going to talk about like me going vegetarian in this video. I can make a whole other video about going more plant-based, how to go more plant-based, like what I eat, things like that if you guys want, but I'm kind of gonna leave that out of today's video. But my typical like diet literally would be like wake up, coffee creamer, a bagel and cream cheese. At school I'd eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Doritos, cookies, like a sugary granola bar, like come home, eat like half a bag of chips. Like there was no like, I didn't care at all because I was always just naturally smaller. So like junior year was the last year I kind of let myself be like that. My junior year of high school, I was like kind of always out with my friends. We were going to parties. We were always doing things and so many plans. And I was never like sad about my body then. I never thought I looked bad at all. I definitely had like no muscle at all. But like I said, I was always naturally smaller, so I'm not gonna sit here and say I was like really overweight or like thought I was fat or whatever. It didn't cross my mind. But I'll try to insert some pictures of what I look like so you can compare it to now. And the only workout I was doing at the time was dance, but it wasn't that intense. I wasn't doing anything crazy with that. So fast forward to my senior year. This is where stuff got kind of rough for me. I got really into comparison to these model girls who were so skinny, like their like legs were the same width all the way down. They did not have one like bulge in their stomach anywhere. They were perfectly flat, and I was just like, how do they not, like, how did they look like that? And looking back on it now, obviously like those pictures are taken first thing in the morning, they're photoshopped, like it's a good angle, all that kind of stuff. Don't compare yourself to people on social media, please. But I got very obsessed with it, and since I didn't care about what I ate before, I was like, well, I'm already kind of skinny and I don't care, so imagine if I just kind of like didn't eat a lot, like maybe I'd be that skinny. And I really kind of stopped eating. I wouldn't eat breakfast before school, and mind you, I've always been a breakfast person, always breakfast right when I wake up. Like I don't go a day without it, so that was difficult for me. Like I was hungry. For lunch I would literally have like fruit, and I would try to eat like the least I could possibly eat. And then after school I'd try like not to eat a snack until dinner. And it got pretty rough, but no one knew. I had a boyfriend at the time even that I was with a lot. No one knew, no one asked me about it. He didn't know, like, my family knew, none of my close friends really thought it was a problem. Like, it kind of just went unnoticed, and I think I just covered it up well. But I would get like pounding headaches like every day, and it was kind of like a joke, like, like I go to sleep so early, like I'm always asleep by like 9, and I'd kind of be like, yeah, because like I like going to sleep early, and I do, but the reason I was going to sleep early was because I was so tired because I wasn't really eating that I had to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. There was no, I couldn't stay up past 9 o'clock. And that was pretty rough for me. I knew it was wrong, and I like acknowledged it, which is why I didn't think it was a problem, because I knew it was wrong and I knew it was going to be short term and I knew I could fix it. And I did. At the end of senior year, you know, it was super fun time. I had a good group of friends. I started dating the boyfriend I have now. Like it was just a really like positive time. I stopped doing that. I got better. Everything was good. I didn't really care about how I looked anymore at all. That all kind of flew out the window. But then that summer in July, I started college, and I moved to the University of Florida by myself and went through the hardest months of my life. And I'm not going to get into like everything that happened. Again, that's a whole nother video. If you kind of want like a freshman college experience video, I'll be happy to share it, but I'm not going to get into all the details now. But long story short, it left me very alone with my thoughts all the time. And a way I chose to escape that and distract myself was to go work out. But it was like half of my brain was trying to work out to do good and because it was fun and it was because it was a distraction, and half of it was like, well, if you're gonna be sad, you might as well be skinny. Like, you better get so skinny. And I wouldn't eat a lot because of all the reasons combined. I wasn't eating that much, not just to be skinny. It was a collection of reasons, but I wasn't eating that much. I would work out and just like kind of, you know, like go on a cardio machine and just want the calories to be like the highest for no reason. I was always checking my body in the mirror. I was just alone so often in my room that, like, you know, if there was a mirror, I was gonna look. Like, if I was in the bathroom, I'd look in the mirror all the time, which is so horrible and obsessive. And, you know, I checked to see if my thighs touched that day, or like how my stomach was, all the time. And again, I knew it was wrong, so I didn't think it was that concerning because I was like aware of it. But looking back, it was definitely concerning and it was definitely wrong. And I had such a bad relationship with food then, and I was still really trying to figure it out. When I was at school by myself, like I said, I wouldn't eat much, and I'd want to eat only like healthy, nothing like bad, like nothing processed, no like junk food, whatever. And then when I'd come home, I'd hang out with my boyfriend and like we'd make like cookies or like eat Chinese food, and like I would eat like all of it. Like I would be like, well, if we're gonna make cookies, I'm gonna eat 10 cookies because I'm like never gonna eat a cookie ever again. And obviously like you are gonna eat a cookie again. That's not really how it works. So it was just very back and forth, and I was really trying to figure it out because I wanted to have that like healthy relationship with my body and with food, but because life was just so stressful at the moment, it led me to, you know, care more about that, and I had so much time to think about it, and I really just didn't know what to do when it came to that. But then as I kept working out, I fell more into like the fitness world, like the people to follow, the YouTube videos to watch. YouTube helped me so much. I think like the fitness YouTubers that, you know, aren't these like skinny like models. They're like these girls that are like so lean and ripped and in shape, and like they eat and they work out all the time, and like they just like they're so happy and it's so real, and it really opened my eyes to a lot. And I was just like, I want to be like them. Like I want to be one of those people. And slowly into working out, I found the actual joy in fitness and actually like ways to like eat and eat healthy without going crazy. Like And now, like, I can really say I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not saying like, oh, like I never look at myself in the mirror, like I never feel bad about eating something. Obviously every single person thinks about their body a little bit, everyone. But I'm so much better now. I work out because I love it. It makes me happy. Like, I've even got myself recently to take 2 rest days a week just so I'm not overworking myself, because it's kind of the only thing I put my stress into, and I don't want to kill my body just because I'm stressed out. But I work out because I enjoy it and it makes me happy, and I love learning about it. The science behind working out and nutrition and all of that interests me so much. Like, what I watch on YouTube is literally people, you know, talking about working out, talking about this and that and what people eat and that, because I love learning about it, and I always have, and I finally like found like that balance, and like I can care about what I eat, and I can eat mostly healthy and not, you know, come home from school and eat half a bag of chips, or every single morning eat a bagel and Doritos. But like, that doesn't mean I'm never eating bagels or never eating Doritos. Like, you can eat anything you want, you just gotta do good most of the time. And I'm the happiest I've ever been with how I looked. I've never felt so strong but so lean. When I was not eating my senior year, I got very, very skinny. Honestly, I don't know if I looked that different, because like I said, I've always been naturally smaller, so I don't know how different to other people I looked. But I felt so frail. Like, I felt like I had no muscle. Like, I had no butt. Like, I was skinny. And now I feel like now I've definitely grown up, but I have arm muscle. I have not had arm muscle my entire life. Last year, I could not do one push-up. It's like, I could barely do normal push-ups. I could not do like a tricep push-up. Like, no, I could not get off the ground. And now I can do 7 in a row. So I'm really like grateful for like my strength and my like happiness when it comes to that. And I want my channel and all of my platforms to not be a way to lead yourself down that path. I get comments on my TikToks really all the time. TikTok comments are kind of brutal, and it's a lot of girls seeing my posts and being like, well, I'm not eating again, like, oh, like whatever, stuff like that. And I never want my content to be what brings people to what I did. I want to like spread the knowledge to everyone I can that I promise you're not going to be fat if you eat. I promise it's normal to not be like model skinny all day, and it's okay after you eat to look like you ate. The DMs I get from girls, and like I said, the comments of just all these girls that want to like, I want to lose weight, like, like what exercises can do, like lose belly fat, lose this, lose that. You need to love yourself and be at peace with where you are for anything to happen. I have a post that said, stress will do more harm to your body than that extra like 100 calories ever would do. Like, I felt so like bloated and nasty and just not good when I was at school, because I was so stressed about the time. My eating was so like irregular. I was hungry. I was so stressed that like I didn't feel good about myself at all. And now I'm consistently active. I eat relatively healthy like most of the time, but I let myself eat whatever I want if I want it. I have pizza and ice cream and pasta twice this week, and like, I eat food and I'm okay with eating the food now, and it doesn't bother me. I don't think I'm gonna be fat. I just want you guys to understand that I've been there, and I don't want you guys to think that I post on my channel to promote this like, oh, it's such a perfect life, just eat healthy. I know it's hard, and I know it's difficult, and I know the struggle that comes along with it too well. And I know it takes everyone's own journey, like me saying this. Even if you're struggling, I know it's not just gonna put an end to the struggling. I do think everyone to an extent has to kind of, you gotta like learn yourself, and really it has to come from you. But I hope at least me being open about this and saying this will inspire you to try to do well for yourself and be kind to yourself, because I promise you, you look perfect just how you are. You are your biggest critic. No one notices that one little tiny bump at the lower part of your stomach. No one notices that like your thighs touch. No one notices that like your face maybe is a little swollen. No one notices. Like you're the only one that sees that kind of stuff, and it's not worth harming yourself. It does way more harm than good. Just, I promise, like, accepting yourself and doing what makes you feel good will give you all the things you're looking for. So yeah, I don't really know how to end these off. So if you guys have any similar stories or need advice or people to talk to, please leave a comment. My DMs are always open. All of my social media will be in the description box, and thank you so much for watching.